Hi friends, it's so good to see you today. Today's mindfulness activity is going to be all about using our body. So I've got my comfy clothes on, my hair pulled up, and I have a towel in my hallway. My hallway is a quiet, private space for me right now. If you would like to do it along with me today, you can go and find a private space that's quiet just for you and God, and maybe something soft to sit on and some comfy clothes. That's all you're gonna need today. I really appreciated reading Genesis with you, and this week's reading showed us some death, where the body just gave out. It was time for the body to no longer be used anymore. And we read that Joseph died and Joseph's father died, but there was also forgiveness. Oh, that was good to read about the family forgiving each other, wasn't it? So since we were reading about bodies dying, I thought we would focus on our bodies today. So here are a few of the exercises that we're going to be doing. The first one requires us to be very active. So yesterday I went to the park and I did some jumping up and down. Here's how it went.
Put 1 minute on your stopwatch. Try running in circles, jumping up and down, or doing jumping jacks for a whole 1 minute.
Whew, that was a lot of jumping. I did all of that jumping, and then I put my hand on my heart, and I could feel my heart beating. And I could feel my lungs filling up with air really fast. My breathing and my heart rate got faster when I was using my body in a fast way. Okay, pause the video and go do that exercise and then come back. Good job. The next one is going to be checking in with all the parts of our body. You can do this laying down, sitting, or standing. I'm going to do it sitting on my towel. The first thing is we're gonna focus on our feet. We're gonna move from our feet all the way up to our head, and we're gonna check in by squeezing our muscles and then releasing. So if I was gonna start with my feet, I would just rest, but inside muscles of my feet, I'm going to contract. Ooh, that means like squeeze and then release. So now I'm gonna squeeze both of my feet, squeeze and release. And then I'll move up to my calves, squeeze my calves and release. And then my thighs, squeeze and release. And then up to my stomach, squeeze and release. And then up to my chest and my shoulders, squeeze and release. And then my arms, squeeze and release. I'm gonna do my hands again and release. I'm gonna do my neck, my head. So I checked in with all of the parts of my body by squeezing them with the muscles and then releasing. And that helps me to know how each parts of my body are working together. The last thing we're gonna do are a few yoga poses. These are all poses that have to do with the garden. I've been spending a lot of time outside in my yard. Have you too? The first one we're gonna do is a tiny little seed. So we've gotta get into our position. So I'm on my knees, and then I am bending my body over and tightening like a tiny little seed. The next one is a butterfly. I'm going to put my feet together like this, down on the ground, tight as we can, and then I'm going to make my butterfly wings flutter. The next one is going to be a flower. It's very close to what we're doing right now. Go back into your seated position, but this time we're gonna put our arms underneath our legs. So we're gonna hold up our legs and we're balancing on our sitting bones. You have some sitting bones and that's what you're balancing on right now. Let's see if we can hold it all the way to the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit back down and relax. Did you make it all the way to 10? Good job. Give yourselves a pat on the back and a kiss on the head. And our last one is gonna be a frog. Here's my frog. My feet are apart and my hands are down on the ground in between. I wonder if you could hop like a frog too. Will you try hopping? Woo, our bodies were really moving. Let's put our hands over our heart and still our bodies to see how it's feeling right now. I can feel my heart beating fast, and I notice that my breath is going fast too, and it makes it a little harder to breathe. I'm so glad I have my body. My body helps me a lot. God, thank you for my body. I'll see you next week. Bye, friends.